Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Here's another fan art showcase. This time, an artist called Rosemarytrash. So I think you can all guess what's going to happen this time. They go by Danny. He's pretty cool. Draws a lot of art. So I want to talk about his art. So yeah, again, I asked them if it was okay to do this, but he did not approve any of these to me. These are all from the past year, and I'm including a lot of Homestuck stuff because this is a Homestuck review, but there's also a lot of Owl House content, as you can see. So that's pretty fun. It's taking a moment to load. But that's pretty fun. I like this artist. They do a lot of what I call sort of disposable art, and that's not a derogatory term. That's more of a term that I use to describe like art that is done with a quick turnaround. Maybe it's like a meme or something, and they have a very frequent upload schedule. You'll see what I mean when I get into this. But they have a lot of cool comics, a lot of interesting stuff, and here we go. So again, this is continuing from last episode. We're doing some more Rosemary stuff. Lovely weather today in space. Yes, sure is spacious. Fuck, what do I say? I like this. I like the comics. Art with text is, I think, really good for the platform of Twitter or Tumblr. I'm always... It's appealing to me to see a piece of art that has some kind of comic element. I think that the medium of art with sort of a small textual element is being pioneered by a lot of people who make like, you know, online ship art and stuff like that, and I would like to see more of it. Am I your tubby wubby pony waifu, Kanaya? I think this was a prompt from a meme. My what? That's pretty good. I like the color palette here. It reminds me of Moral Allegiance, the sort of bright or soft pink. Very cool. I'm romantically interested in you. Sorry, I can't read like handwriting, so give me a sec. I'd like to take you on a date that is definitely romantic. Say psych right now. And then the flip side of this. I see you're here to break up with me. Girl, shut up. I don't know, I get a kick out of that. I think that's referencing something that I'm not familiar with, but I like it. Again, this is like last time. This is some cool, like, digital sketchy style. And he always uses the blush as well as a little splash of color on the face. It reminds me of the art style for She-Ra. I like it a lot. This art style, it's very simple. It's very easy to make. But it's also like really excellent for, you know, adding detail to things to make them stand out more and stuff like that. Here's a little comic. Furious scribbling. Everyone's trying to draw someone. I was going for a feeling. Honestly, I can't even draw a circle. I like that. Jane is like the modest one that is really good. And then Kanaya. Kanaya, you just drew Rose. I like Rose. I think that's a Steven Universe reference, right? Where Jane is like Pearl in that, where she goes, I can't even draw a circle. I don't remember. I haven't watched Steven Universe in a while. Here's a... Oh, what the fuck? What is this? Leans down. Oh, that's just a small. It's very small. Oh, I kind of like that. The single pixel. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Very. We love small. So, fuck you, basically. Say that to my face, Poopmeister. Didn't I? I like Vriska and Tavros interacting like this, where they're kind of snarky. I don't really like when people ship them. You know, you can ship them if you want. I'm not, like, saying it's bad to ship them. But I think they're infinitely better if they're, like, snarky towards each other. Because in the comic, Tavros always takes, like, this back seat. So I like that Danny is, like, giving Tavros back a little bit of his spine. This one's about explaining marriage. I like the this comic all has like very subtle, interesting details. Like, here's first panel, Rose is Kanaya is asking, "Can you explain marriage?" But then you have this subtle detail of, "Oh, cool, she's like touching my shoulder. Her hand is still on me. This is fine. Yes." I like that. I can't read the handwriting. I'm sorry, everybody. Here's some of their more emotionally and like... Jesus. Sorry, I had to pause. This was like actually kind of affecting. This is kind of a panel redraw, but not really. It's some events in Homestuck in their style. I really especially like this Tavros one. Just really capturing the look of shock on Tavros's face. Aradia, pretty good too. Nepeta, another great use of expressions. What I like about Danny's art is the very clear expressions that happen. Like, everything is very readable, very followable, but also very packed with emotions. It's like, it's simple, but the use of simple shapes and designs really opens things up to a lot of interesting, you know, emotions. Like, for instance, Karkat and Nepeta actually look pretty similar here because, you know, the eye shape is similar. They both have the same ears. Even the horns kind of look the same. The hair is slightly different. But then you start noticing, like, little details like Nepeta's mouth versus Karkat's mouth. The coloration is obviously very different. The lighting is far different. And through this very simple art style, a lot of details kind of emerge, and I like that. It's cool. Here's just a big hug, an autism squeeze. We've all been there. I have this theory that a lot of like autism symptoms are actually more common in just everybody than people think. But everyone's been here. Everyone's wanted to squeeze their loved one. This one's funny. This one, I don't remember what the reaction was to this, but if I'm remembering correctly, I might not be. This was part of a broader conversation about, like, isn't it fucked up that, like, trolls eat kids? And that's not actually true in canon. Like, they don't eat the kids. They say that they eat grub sauce, and grubs are something else, because wigglers are a different species, right? There's the mother grub who has wigglers, and they eat grub sauce. So to me, the implication was that they eat, like, the excretion from the mother grub, or that the grubs are a different species. But I like this. It's funny. Hey, that's cute. What's its name? I was thinking dinner. And I think there was a follow-up picture with, like, this grub in a lasagna or something. Oh, I don't know what this is in relation to, but it's a very good meme redraw. Very funny. I especially like there's something funny about this rose to me. The like wife rose. That's cute. Oh my god, he even added a fucking Kanaya's like undershirt thing. That's great. Here's, I believe, this was probably a commission they did for someone else, but I really like it. The backgrounds are very interestingly geometric, which is like, I like it when backgrounds have a different quality to the foregrounds, like this very geometric, no outline background, except for this nice curtain, and then all of the figures have like nice thick outlines you can see. There's Fefri, Nepeta, Roxy. I don't know who this fan troll is, but they look fucking cool. And then Rose and Kanaya like sort of gossiping, it looks like. I don't know. I like group images. They don't do a lot of group images. Here's Kanaya getting flirted with by Terezi and Rose at the same time. We love multi shipping, don't we, folks? Again, very simple but very readable, even though it's just, you know, black lines. I really like the use of, we saw this in the last episode too, the use of color-coded thought bubbles and whatnot, and the blush on the cheeks again. Like, look at this. It's so good. It's so comfy. This looks like this is the art equivalent of like a stuffed animal. I feel just very comfortable looking at this. The eyes are big and readable. The figures are all very round and cute, very focused on the head. I like it. This is like a chibi-fied redraw of a panel. You can read this if you want. It's just, the TLDR is that Kanaya realizes it's a date and like gets alarmed. I also kind of like how he draws both of Rose and Kanaya with like short hair and isn't afraid to make it kind of look boyish. I think a lot of Homestuck artists really are afraid of making, especially Kanaya, look kind of boyish, which is silly. Another case in point, this is the perfect example of what I was just talking about. This Kanaya, very gender neutral, but in a good way. Like, not non-binary and not like, you know, not gender non-conforming, but still like masculine or not even butch, just like not afraid to make them look kind of not like hyper feminine, I guess. And I really fucking like that, because there's so many artists, not just in the Homestuck sphere, that they draw a lot of women as like these very hyper feminized, you know, skinny waist, wide hips, you know, the little curl on the eye, the eyelash or whatever. And this makes them look like normal people, and I really like that. There's not a lot of gaze to be had here. There are, well, gaze as in G-A-Z-E, not G-A-Y-S. That's there's a lot of gaze to be had here, if you know what I'm saying. This one, I believe, is one of their older pieces of art, which I like. You can really see like their art being developed from this. You know, there's kind of these uneven lines, a lot of like low resolution. There's a lot of the sort of Homestuck-esque, very, very thin 1 pixel long lines. And I really like the new style that they have, which is the sort of more fuzzy, sketchy lines. Very cool. Not that I dislike this. This is obviously very good. Here's some Jade and Jake. Nothing to say. That was for their birthday, I believe. Man, I just love the expression on Jade's face for some reason. Just this genuinely like, oh, she's making eye contact, she's interested. Oh man, that's so fucking wholesome. Just there's something in that small, tiny look that I love. Here's a piece of art that was recent. This was in the last episode too. Dave blushing all the way to his ears. Oh, I love that. Anyway, this is a panel redraw, not a redraw, but like an illustration of one of their early conversations. Hi, Dave. Hey, sup? Not so much sup with you, bro. Where Dave kind of doesn't know how to react to someone who's so genuine and like bubbly. And I posted this on Twitter as a comment to this, but I said I like this especially because I envision Jade becoming taller after they become adults. So this is very cute, you know, young kid friendship. Very, very fun. I also like the sort of hint of, I don't know if that was intentional, but the hint of Jade's mouth making like a sort of snout like a dog. This is classic, you know, just a girl writing in her dumb diary, kicking her feet up in the air. Here's some early act June. I think that's supposed to be her quest bed or his quest bed, John's quest bed. Man, I love how fucking broke John looks in the early shit. Look at this fit. Look at this. What a fucking loser. The cargo shorts. They're not cargo shorts in this, but we listen, folks. We know it's cargo shorts, right? Here's something from a physical sketchbook. It's fuckboy Kanaya, I guess. No boyfriend, free girls. Isn't this a Chris Chan reference? Oh, the nice thick outlines on this are cool because it's less sketchy than the digital stuff, but it's still, I don't know, more textured. But the texture is not in the outline; it's in the actual coloring, like you can see right here with the with Kanaya's thing, her what the hell do you call that? Her symbol, her astrology thing. Yeah, I like this a lot. Here's some Jaspros Sprite. I think the idea here was like Jaspros Sprite never went back to like find her version of dead Kanaya, and so maybe that was a little catharsis to find her. I like this one. Here's June Nep, which is an underrated ship in my opinion. Yeah, I just found this stray outside. June, no, cute. Again, a very subtle look, but this is a nice look. I like that. She's a little mischievous, maybe, but she's very earnest. She likes this character. Very cool. Here's what I like. I think Vriska, Terezi, and June could have had a very interesting dynamic in canon. They never really had anything to do like with each other. And I think that June and Terezi in the official works are a little underbaked as Kismesis. I don't know how you say that. But this is a great idea that expands upon that. And Vriska being their auspicious is very cool. That was a whole sentence that, like, a little Victorian boy would not understand a single word of. Here's a redraw / illustration of something that happened in... What was that act where Rose goes grimdark? Act 4, Act 5 or something? Where Rose is pissed off that John will not get on her level. Hey, this castle is sure messy. Shut the fuck... I love this scene because Rose is trying so hard to be grimdark and June is just sucking all the air out of it. Here's some Jake Dirk. I don't know what this is a reference to. Are they trying to kiss? I don't know. I like it, though. Dirk without his glasses. Very intimate. We love green-coated guys. I like how round he makes Jake's fucking head. What a cool thing. Here's some Jade Cat. This is a different looking Jade than he usually draws, but I really like it. Especially the big, huge glasses with just one pupil, kind of a cool thing. The ears, very nice. We also love to see some diversity in skin tones. I know there's a fucking kerfuffle about that shit on Twitter, but I don't give a shit. I just think it's cool to see some of that in art. Here is this is a panel redraw of Jade putting the little tadpole into the 8-ball. 8-balls don't come apart like that, by the way. That's not true. Here's some more Rosemary. Again, I think these are more recent, playing around with the skin tones, doing more involved coloring. You see these broken sort of outlines. I like that a lot. This block cell shading with the broken outlines is a very cool style. It's very sort of... Again, it draws your eye to the parts that are you're supposed to be looking at, right? The eye contact they're making, the way that they're sort of leaned outward against each other. This makes me think they're sort of they're growing out of this one single spot at their feet, like a plant or something, and they're both holding, you know, an item that's important to them with love in the background. I don't know. Very cool, very fun. Big bright colors. I think Rose and Kanaya don't get this treatment a lot, which is why I'm trying to showcase this artist. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, they're goth GFs or something. And that's fine. You can have some goth GFs, but you also have to have like a brighter side to it to, you know, make that darkness more interesting. If that makes any fucking sense. You're my bubsy wubsy. Excuse me? Does that say excuse? It looks like a W. Excuse me. Anyway. Sitting on something, I don't know. This is another one of those sort of... Like I was saying before, this is one of those... A lot of other artists would just kind of sit on this, right? This would be like a kind of warm-up. And I really, really appreciate artists who are willing to post these kind of throwaway sketches, especially on Twitter, where that kind of thing is very... can gain a new life. Because this is like obviously not their most polished, most detailed piece of art, but it's still worth looking at, in my opinion. A lot of artists allow the sort of only the best stuff to go out, but I really appreciate and adore any artists who can post like sketches and stuff like that. I don't know, I really like this. Here's something from Tumblr where Kanaya is tall, but she's the small spoon. And I like the idea that, because she is a lot inspired by Edward from Twilight. So I like the idea that she doesn't sleep like he does. That's cute. Here's Dead Nepeta. I like the background, very cool. Pixel hearts. And ooh, that's actually a really cool background. I might steal that idea. Anyway, this is more geometric outlines. This is more like chunky drawing. I think the sketchy, this must be an older one because this has like a more solid outline. It's broken in some spots, but it's not as broken as their later stuff. I think this looks great, but I like the more broken outlines. It gives it more personality. Here's some sketches. I hate your fit, TBH. I don't know why this sketch is orange, but I like that it is, because I think Kanaya is talking about Rose's light outfit, how it's orange and kind of ugly. Subjectively, of course. Rose is here. Act normal. We've all had that moment where you're oh, I didn't even see that this said slur. What slurs are they saying? Who knows? Shit. Fuck. I like the pupils here, the sort of wiggly pupils. Lol, sorry. Anyway, sup. This is probably on the meteor. Here's some... what they're saying doesn't matter. This is them just babbling to each other like fucking flighty broads that they are. Very cute. Troll Nietzsche. I want to read Troll Nietzsche. I want to read some Troll Nietzsche, folks. You know, troll... Thus spake Troll Zarathustra. Here was a piece of art that was done on 4/13. June and Carcat. This was during a time, I think, where June was kind of... People were getting sick of Femi June. And I think Danny was the perfect person to make a June who was more, you know, gender neutral. I like the painted nails, the sort of flood pants, the sweats. Very cool. Here's some funny shirts. This is a commonality between a lot of ship artists, especially in the Homestuck space, is drawing their favorite ship in funny shirts, which is something I think that people should do more of. Funny shirts. Hashtag funny shirts. Ship art. Make it happen. I'm just kidding. Here's some cute... Here's a cute kiss. We love it. I like Kanaya's fangs in this one. Here's... Ooh, hello. Here's Vriska. This looks great. Wow. Very clean lines. Very, like... Wow. Very smooth. Very, very look-atable. Very easy to look at, this piece of art. Everything's right in the middle. Eyes are dead center. Just, like, looking slightly off to the side. Very, very cool, flowy shapes. I especially like the shape of the hair. Almost like the hair is the background. Like, her face is, like, emerging from it. Very cool. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's some Jade Rosemary. We love our Rosie. We do. This was, I think, in response to HS2, the whole Cuck Kanaya shenanigans, which a lot of artists did not like, including Danny. Again, I don't speak for Danny, so you'll have to go and ask them if if that's true. But I like this. This was therapeutic after seeing, you know, Rosemary break up twice, basically, in the post-canon stuff. And then getting Jade involved is big-brained, I think. Oh, here's a... This one cracked me up. It's a take on that fucking Reddit meme from a couple months ago. This is taking things straight out, or text straight out of the comic. And Rose goes grimdark. Funny. Here's another iteration on Rose going grimdark, which I think is underutilized, frankly, in probably fan arts. Just the grimdarkness. I think this was part of a headcanon post where Danny said something like, you know, I think that Kanaya would be able to understand Rose's gibberish. Something like that. Not sure what this is. I'm just going to let you kind of look at it for a couple more seconds before I move on. I think it speaks for itself. All right, there we go. Oh, this is a comic. It's so funny. I'm the only cishet guy in the whole friend group. And then Rose, just look at that knowing smirk. I like John with, in quote, I say John in quotation marks because it's about gender, but the expression here is very good. The round mouth. Oh man, I love the roundness of these figures. Very cool. Oh yeah, here's another one. Mid hug tackle. Here's an iteration on that meme. You know the one where the two girls are doing each other's makeup. So cute. Is that my last one? Damn. Okay, man, we got through those quick. That's anyway. That's like I said. Danny, Rosemarytrash. Follow them on Twitter. They also have a Tumblr. I don't know. They also have a Ko-fi. I don't know how to say that fucking thing. And you know, I think that it would just be nice if they got some attention for doing some good art. Like I said, if you like Owl House, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't include in my compilation. So you know, check them out. Unless you don't want to, in which case, why wouldn't you? That doesn't make sense to me. Also, I just noticed that Kanaya's horns are wrong in this picture, but you know, that's fine. We don't care. Just kidding. Kanaya's horns are wrong. Entire video invalidated. Never visit Danny ever. Horrible art. No more. Goodbye. Just kidding.